Yo, what up? It's your boy Red. We're reviewing Martian Successor Nadesico or Nadesico, however you want to say it. In the English dub, they say Nadesico. What is this show? Well, I actually got it through my archives, went into my old collection, and I'm like, I haven't seen this one. I bought this one back in 2016. I've always wanted to see it because back in the day, the only way you find out about animes was either watch the trailers in the animes you purchased or word of mouth, whatever. I didn't have no computer, so I'm like, oh, I want to watch this one. I want to watch an oldie, but I heard it was good. And let me tell you, it was actually really good. I mean, compared to anime nowadays, I think it still holds up. It's got action, it's got drama, it's got comedy, it's got interesting storyline. The animation's aged, but it's still amazingly drawn, This is great. Yeah, so what is this show about? Well, like many shows in the late 90s and early 90s and late 80s and stuff like that, the space operas or, science fiction animes ruled that time. Animes like Captain, what was that fool's name? Robotech, Macross, the responsible Captain Tyler, shit like that, Galaxy, Railways, many different animes with science fiction that have to do with space. This one's no different, though this one gives tributes to those, making fun, not making fun, but showing episodes from different other ones. Like one episode was straight from Macross, which is great. The fashion thing on the ship was great. But this show is all on its own. Actually, it has a pretty good story. Typical, main characters know each other from childhood. Now they're brought together in the face of a war against these things called the Jovian Lizards or whatever. They send people to go recruit other people, really funny, to join the spaceship, a private civilian ship that of course the government doesn't like because it's a private battleship, the first ever built, and if the government doesn't control it, they're gonna fucking take over. Now, with all that being said, the show is pretty realistic. They explain escape velocity on Earth, which is true. A lot of ships need to reach certain velocity to escape Earth's atmosphere. They explain the nanotechnology that pilots use to, pilot their robots and other craft, airplanes, whatever have you. So they does a rare, it's very detailed. They explain a lot actually. And later on, we get a character that explains even more in these short episodes, whatever. But they are robots. There are, fighting machines, because the enemy, of course, the Jovian Lizards, are robots themselves, or we think. I don't know. You guys gotta watch the show. But like I said, the show takes off, rebelling against Earth because U.S. military sucks, and we go off right into space, reclaiming a lost colony, which is Mars. That has main story, by the way. No spoilers, so we go right into it. Right, Mars is key because that colony was taken first by the Jovian Lizards, and that's where most of our cast is from. They were born there. Not all of them, but most of them were. Now, there's a huge cast of characters, and each one delivers something different to the show. But to be fair, the main two that we worry about is Eureka and Akito. Akito and Eureka were both born on Mars. They were raised there until until Eureka left. That same day she left for Earth with her family. Akito's parents were murdered, and boom, that's where it all begins, man. Akito's a shy guy, very pacifist, but we'll get down. Eventually, he's the only character that grows a lot. Eventually, he gets really dark and stuff like that. Eureka is just an airhead ditzy girl who's in love with Akito. That's really the nicest way I could put that on that thing. But she's really nice though, and she tries as a ship's captain, which is nice, whatever. But like I said, a big cast of characters that devote a lot to the show. Some I wish had bigger parts than others, but whatever. Is there like a love harem here going? Nah, not really. Akito probably only has 1, 2, 3, 4 girls are in love with him on the ship, which is pretty average for a main character. And some of the romances in this show are pretty good, realistically speaking, where some characters date but it doesn't work out and they date other people. Or even, they actually do end up being together, but certain events happen and they actually break up. I like that aspect. It was cool. You never really get to see much of that in the show, right? Especially an older one. But, yeah, man. So it's a good story, good action. It's serious when it gets serious. It's, comedy. makes you laugh, especially when you find out that everything revolves around a certain anime. That just gets ridiculous. But yeah, man, it actually does a pretty good job. I watched it all the way through. I loved it. The music was great. The act, like I said, everything was great. I just wish there was a second season, but of course that was scrapped due to some things. But there's a movie. I'm gonna watch it. The movie came with my collection, so thanks for that. With that being said, I'm gonna give this show an 8 out of 10. Great show. Something you guys should watch if you're looking for a more spacey opera kind of show. Watch this. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, hit that sub, and I'll catch you guys next time.